out that way. With us fumbling around trying to get the game started.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey everybody! So it's I'm here with my co-host Serp, and we've been continuing our week of playing like a bunch of RTS games and having a great time. And the other day we decided to try playing the Great War mod for Company of Heroes, and it just led to like some really memey, like retarded, over the top shit. So we figured we'd do a stream of it. Um,
Hey, it's Serp here. Do you want to play as the Germans? I like the Germans more than the
because
British.
then we get to deal with the memey like British tank spam.
Yeah, the huge British tank spam that's like rolling over the top of each other.
When you had your one tank that took on like 10 British tanks.
Well, no, I didn't. I took one tank on at a time, like British tank at a time.
Mhm.
But you like threw your tank into like 15 British tanks or something.
The German one's a lot better by virtue of having the gun on the front of the tank. So it can actually like shoot what it's pointing at. Sure, invite me whenever you're on. Okay.
Let's
So,
play like I like it better when you play the classic maps as opposed to like the World War I
no, the
maps.
World War One maps suck. Uh, oh, okay. So there's that, and then we also wanted to talk about because we've been wanting to play like RTS games, but there's like almost nothing in like the last decade. Like to play,
There's definitely not nothing outside of indie games, I should say.
but like indie games don't really work well for RTS, especially for something like this. Like the best you can do with kind of indie graphics is like I don't even know, like some 2D
Well,
thing.
what ends up happening is that people end up just like doing mods on mods on mods of like games that are 10 to 15 years old.
Like there's a massive development community for like Empire at War has like multiple huge mods. Like I think they even put out like an Empire at War base game remake that has like completely redone graphics and stuff like that. So there's stuff like that, but then there's also like Sins of a Solar Empire still has like a ton of mods under development. Rome Total War probably still has mods under
Well,
development.
people are still making mods for our Command and Conquer Red Alert 2.
Yeah.
People have made like sequel like entire games that are essentially sequels to Yuri's Revenge.
Yeah, they've rebuilt Tiberian Sun in like CNC3 and stuff like that. But I'm trying to think of the last big RTS that came out. That wasn't like, do you count like Defense of the Ancients or what is the other, what is it called?
Do,
Uh Dota?
League of Legends.
Yeah, do you count that as being
No, it's a different
RTS?
type of game.
It's like it's like a top-down RPG
It's a
or something.
similar game, but it's not the same type of game.
Cuz like we were
It's
look
basically like the Heroes type of thing. Made like the Heroes units made into that's all it is. It's just Heroes units.
Mhm.
There's no resource management, right?
Right. So, like, when you get into, someone's mentioning Empire at War, you have the Thrawn's Revenge mod, which is substantially larger than the big game, which has, like, I don't know if it's like a dozen campaigns or, like, it might be a dozen campaigns, and they've added in, like, voice work and, like, dozens of new character, like, dozens or maybe even like 100 new ship types, and beyond that they completely changed the mechanics. Like they're totally different than in the base game.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you and I were talking about like RTSs we could play online, there's like Command and Conquer games which post Red Alert 3, I mean, I don't know, CNC4 is complete and utter trash. um there's World in Conflict, which isn't online anymore, which we'll set up at
No,
some
it's
point.
online.
Oh,
It's
it is.
online.
I,
Yeah, you
I,
can download it. We can do that
no, no,
later if
no.
you
I
want.
mean like the actual servers.
Oh no, yeah, it's all
They took the
fan
actual
run
servers down a
servers.
long time ago. They took the actual servers down when the police stopped going to Carl's house.
Rip.
Um, so that doesn't that so yeah, so there's none of that does there's that. There's this game. There's Dawn of War 1. Uh I
I mean,
guess
we could try Dawn of War 2.
yeah, like
We
Dawn
could
of War.
play StarCraft. Didn't they do it? And it's like all remastering.
Yeah, they did StarCraft remastered. I just don't like
Yeah,
StarCraft
I
gameplay.
think that they released Warcraft 3 remastered, and it was a huge clusterfuck. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, like I just don't really like. I like the StarCraft lore and like StarCraft as a science fiction universe. I don't really like StarCraft as a like a
I don't
game.
know. I think like Dawn of War is better than StarCraft.
Yeah, the problem is like as we were trying to play Dawn of War, but it is very dated. Like in terms of the AI and the maps and the graphics and stuff like that. And it would be really nice like to have an updated version of it. Uh But like Dawn of War 3, which was kind of supposed to be the updated version, I haven't tried it yet, but they only made 3 factions. Like, I get it that with Soulstorm, they just kind of got greedy. And like the Sisters of I like the Sisters of Battle, but I'll be the first to admit they weren't very well like developed.
Optimized.
They were just kind of they were a phoned in
Aren't they
faction.
kind of a reskin of just the Space Marines?
Yeah, they're kind of just a reskin of Space Marines. Um, what are you going infiltration?
Yeah, I want to have the Stormtrooper engineers with flamethrowers.
I think I'll go. I'll try material warfare. But yeah, but like when it comes to indie games, like you can't really do like third person RPGs as like
Hmm.
an indie game. There's not enough budget for that. You can't really do RTS. There's not enough budget for that. I'm trying to think what other game genres there's just not enough money
Well,
to.
it's mostly like point. Some I don't know. I
Point and
guess
click
like you're able
adventures.
to. Some people have done like Dust, or is it? No, it's Dusk. So Dusk is a pretty good game. It's like a early 90. It's like a 90s first person shooter,
Hmm.
and I really like that game. But I don't know if that's truly an indie game, or you could say it's like an A game. Because we're trying to create like designations for how much money is spent on a game to
Hmm.
whether or not that game is
Indie or AAA or A or
triple A, like A and B. And
Mhm.
like, what was our examples of A and double A?
Um, A was I think Bloodstained Ritual of the Night because it had a budget of about $5 million. I forget what double A was because like double A because games like Halo 2 had a like some AAA games have a budget of like $100 million or more. Like they have budget bigger than a lot of movies. Um, but yeah, so there's like the double A games. But there's not really that anymore. 'Cause I feel like every company that made triple A games. Okay, so like what kind of triple A games they make? I kind of feel like they either make beat 'em ups, like stuff like God of War or Bayonetta or Devil May Cry or stuff like that. So there's that they make. First person shooters is like the biggest one. But
But there's certain type of first person shooters.
specifically like squad based first person shooters.
Well, like military.
Yeah, military or like stuff like the Division or what's that game called again? The one that Bungie made.
Oh, Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny. Stuff like that. Why is the AI sucking so bad?
I mean, as soon as we stream, the AI has to be worthless.
Because they like almost beat us on that one where they were tank spamming. So let me see here. So there was that stuff. Like the side scroller games largely look pretty good. Like, but those don't require a lot of money or really budget. They require like a lot of creativity and like care to make. So that's well suited for indie. I find a lot of the simulator games are pretty good. Stuff like Frostpunk or some of like the new Tycoon games are pretty good. Uh, I'm just not a fan of stuff like point and click adventure or like walking simulators. I just find them really boring.
Oh, I guess walking simulators is a genre that's developed, isn't it?
It's like one of the big indie genres. Uh, there isn't really survival horror indie.
There have been attempts, but I don't. So there's like Lost in Bio,
Mm-hmm.
for instance, which is like a first-person Resident or Silent Hill inspired game.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend Black Kanye has streamed some indie survival horror games.
Right.
So there has been. It's just not like.
How many of them are just walking simulators with horror elements, though?
Well, most of them are. But there are some that are like PlayStation 1 tier. Because what's ended up trying to happen is people are trying to. And that's what I think the future of survival horror will be. Is indie games that are made like PlayStation 1 survival horror games.
Right.
We're gonna have to play a different level because this is like the most uneventful level.
Like, they aren't even really attacking us. But, like, as you're saying, they know that a beat 'em up game, or, what was it? It was beat 'em up, do sports games count as AAA?
Yeah.
Okay, they know beat 'em up, sports, or military first-person shooters are going to make money, like, regardless of what they do. So, those are kind of the things that they'll make games for, but they don't really want to do it for anything else. Because maybe, do you think maybe it's something like because Command and Conquer 4 was such a shit show that they just.
I think it's also that there's only a few game studios that make these type of games still.
Well,
I think
EA,
that it was. I think that there's Relic. I think that there's the
Petroglyph?
company that makes Total. What's Petroglyph?
I think they make this.
No, this is Relic. They make.
Oh,
Dawn
no,
of War.
Petroglyph. Sorry, Petroglyph made Empire War and Grey Goo. Petroglyph was like the members of Westwood that didn't join EA. Um,
Because it's really just what Relic makes and like Total War games, and then Blizzard makes like is making remasters of StarCraft.
mm-hmm. Well,
A big reason you think that RTS games have declined is because of esports, right?
yeah, because I think like stuff like this isn't good for esports. Because it's not mathemat. Because I feel like with esports, it needs to be really simple and it's
Extremely balanced.
extremely balanced and based on reaction time and like mathematical, like kind of like chess. Like a lot of, from my understanding, how chess works is most of it is just memorizing, like move sequences. Like when X person does this, then you do that, and kind of things like that. And I kind of feel that's how like StarCraft is supposed to be. Like there's a set number of strats that everybody uses, and the goal is who can like micro the fastest. Um, is kind of what I feel StarCraft is like. Uh, uh, League of Legends is also like that. I'm trying to think what the other ones are. Like when they made CNC 4, when they made Tiberian Twilight, they removed all base building, and instead you had a crawler, and the crawler there was like a class.
Isn't it like shit version of World in Conflict?
It's not even like that. Honestly, World in Conflict probably would have been a good esports game.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it too like?
Was that before esports?
Sorry.
Was that before?
Yeah, because it was like the only game I actually played online a lot, and I was actually pretty good at it.
I think the problem with World in Conflict is it's an 8-on-8 game, though. You can't have like one guy on one guy in World in Conflict, can you?
No. But like I recall, it was very revolutionary because I remember it was the first game RTS I played where WASD controlled the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And they just introduced. I felt like they introduced a lot of like FPS elements to it, like how you basically like your manpower respawned. And well, that was
we were playing normals.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try again and see if the AI figures out how to play.
Mm-hmm. The AI.
I thought I accidentally only put like one bot on or something.
The AI in Dawn of War is at least consistent, where it rushes you in the first 5 seconds of the game.
Oh yeah, it's just constant, never-ending rush.
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, like I said, I think like the Dawn of War AI is like really dated. If it worked a bit more like this, or at least had some kind of like randomness to it, I think the AI would be a lot better. But like one of the things I liked about World in Conflict was just how balanced it was.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were at a disadvantage, you could always have like if you were getting destroyed because of armor, you could just have a bunch of people switch to air. And
it was
pushed back
in such a way that it didn't feel like everything was underpowered, though.
Yeah. Well, everything in that game is kind of a hard counter, except for infantry, which is good against everything, which was kind of interesting. Because air beat armor, armor beat support. I think support mostly beat infantry and air, and then infantry was just good against everything, but extremely vulnerable. I think there was something where the editors of Destructoid played against like some like pros, and like the pros did transport truck rush, which is like the meme strategy, because it's the fastest unit in the game and it's dirt cheap, so you just rush all the cap points at the beginning.
Yeah, I did that against you when we played, and then you rage quit. All I did was make transport trucks and heavy assault helicopters.
Yeah.
And I took like all the points in like 2 minutes, and then you rage quit.
Yeah, I don't like playing it 1v1 because I feel it's too much to micromanage. Something I liked about the base game is you only had to like you only were responsible for one rule. So you could focus a lot more on like micromanagement.
Wasn't that it? Was that a casualty of EA, the studio that made that? Because what ends up happening is
EA bought it and shut it down.
Buying all these companies and then shuts them down, so there's no competition.
Like BioWare like used to have basically a monopoly, well, almost a monopoly, just because they made such high quality Western RTSs, and they would make it for like they had a fantasy one in Dragon Age, they had a sci-fi one in Mass Effect, they had like a Kung Fu one in Jade Empire, and then they had like the best Star Wars RPGs. And basically, when EA brought them, this I had Raging Papist on one time, and he like explained the whole story to me. So like, what had happened was EA bought BioWare, and they put like this guy, I think his name was David Gator, in charge, who was like infamous at it. He was apparently like a good character writer, but he was just an SJW who was a total hack and didn't care about gameplay. So EA just put him in charge of everything, and that's how we got Mass Effect 3 and Mass Effect Andromeda and Dragon Age 3, which were
Hmm.
basically universally hated by the fan base. And then EA was like, fuck you, if you don't want to play our games, then we're not going to make RPGs anymore. And then they just like took their ball and went home and shut down all of their RPG efforts. So I don't think BioWare. I don't even know if BioWare still exists. They might have just shut it down. I forget. I forget if EA did The Last of Us 2, or if that was Square Enix.
I thought it was Square Enix. But I
Okay,
could be-
well, Square Enix is kind of similar. Square Enix is like the EA of like JRPGs, from if memory serves. But yeah, like with Total War, what happened is I think it was bought by Sega, and then Sega EAized it, and it just became like complete shit after Sega took over. It just has like a really bad engine. It's weird because like the budget on a lot of these is much higher than it used to be, but they just there's like a total lack of attention to detail or like caring about the quality of the product.
Well, it also has to do with the corporatization of the game industry.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's I think, and this is just how neoliberalism functions in whatever sector it's in, is the idea is to reduce competition by just making things so expensive that smaller developers go out of business.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's that way. I also think a lot of the SJ, like social justice stuff, is because big companies can tank the losses from producing content no one wants, but
Mm-hmm.
smaller studios can't. So a lot of companies, like let's say, like I can't think of a company, but well, let's say like back when Westwood was a thing, um, and they decided that Red Alert 4 was not going to have like hot women in it. It wasn't going to have like memes in it. Like it was just going to be, I don't know, like feminism and stuff like that. And it sold no copies because that's completely counter to what the fan base wanted. Um, they would go out of business if they did that because that's like their flagship project. But Square Enix is such a big company that has so much money, they can afford to blow one of their biggest games and not make any cash on it, to set a precedent, to kind of force other people to do it. At least that's how I tend to see it. But are you doing okay in the south, or do you need help?
I'm just kind of here.
Okay. Because I'm pretty secure in the west, so maybe I'll send something down. Just seeing what I have.
I
Maybe.
mean, you could work on the middle.
Okay. I'll send a. Yeah, it just looks like you're under pretty heavy assault, so I'll send a machine gun team down and see if I can help you get some breathing room.
It's such a meme.
What, this game?
Yes. I mean, I'm just like repairing my machine gun nest while it's being attacked, and the guys that are repairing the machine gun nest aren't being attacked.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is a not inaccurate portrayal of World War One. I don't know. Is there mortar units in this? I guess there's the mine warfare,
Yes.
but the pathfinding is like really broken on it. The thing that okay, I think one of the things that would make Dawn of War way better is if it had the retreat button.
Mm-hmm. That's
Uh,
actually revolutionary that Company Heroes has the retreat button.
mm-hmm. Okay, so I managed to take their main fuel point. So let's see here. I kind of want to get a tank for the memes. Apparently, Mike Enoch started his own political party,
What's it called?
the National Justice Party.
Is it Mike Enoch or is it the Italian guy?
Mike Cernovich?
It's Fallen. No, what's the guy? Mike? Striker?
Eric Stryker?
Yeah, is it Striker or is it
I have
Ash?
no idea, to be honest. Holy
Why did
shit.
they like? Yeah, they threw every single unit in the entire game against that point.
Well, it worked, I guess. Um, my machine gunner didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I have a mine. I have a.
Why did they take in the middle? I don't get it. Are they just gonna like push us away from the points, but then not take the victory
I
point?
couldn't take the middle because they have a machine gun nest there, and I don't have artillery at the moment.
But why didn't they take the middle?
I don't know because they're stupid.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see where my I swear.
I wonder if they're not designed to play victory points and they're designed to play
Annihilation.
yeah.
They kind of suck at. Well, they aren't that good at Annihilation either. I'm just trying to figure out because I had called in a mine. Oh, there it is. There's my mine. I mean, sorry, not mine. Yeah, oh, the mine warfare. Yeah, the mortar. Okay, let's see here. Maybe I'll send a sniper down. I've kind of had troubles in this mod getting snipers to attack.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you've had that issue. Let's see here. We should be able to retake that point.
I don't know. I put a machine gun in that building. I just don't understand why they haven't taken the middle. I mean, you don't even have any machine gun. Oh, they did
They
now,
did.
but you don't have any machine guns or anything like that.
I have some fairly close, but not that close. I don't know. I think Mike Enoch's new party is going to win the next election.
2020 presidential election.
Yeah, I think it's going to win 2020.
Did he get a Wikipedia page for it yet?
Let me see here.
I'm not gonna take it seriously. Just a Wikipedia page.
Kanye West had the birthday party had a
Well, he's
Wikipedia
still
page.
running. He said he wasn't running, and then he's still running. The problem is I think that all the he won't be able to run in any reds or any blue states or purple states, and it's mostly going to be in blue states. So because I unironically do believe that he's just trying to siphon votes from black votes from Biden.
From conservative blacks who won't vote
No,
for a
yeah,
Republican.
like he's trying to siphon votes from Biden. Like I actually think that there is no break with Trump, and he's siphoning votes from Biden on purpose.
I think that the type of people who would vote for Kanye are probably conservative blacks.
Yeah.
Because I kind of consider him to be more in that camp than...
Well, basically, isn't he have the same, like, political position as the Republican Party, but, like, he's pro like defunding the police, and that's the difference.
I don't know if he
Like,
is. Is he pro?
anti-abortion. Yeah, he is.
Okay.
And he's like it's like anti-abortion, like pro-Christianity plus like prison reform.
Yeah, like it's extremely, like, pro. Like it's like basically like political Christianity is like its platform. So I think, yeah, I think that was the goal. Because wasn't there like no real reason for him to break with Trump?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think he probably has really. Is it bad that I respect him?
Yeah, because he seems to have been like sincere in his life reform.
Oh, these armored cars suck.
Oh, are they
I
getting
didn't realize
destroyed?
how bad they suck. Yeah. Also, but pathfinding.
Oh. Okay, well, I have a machine gun nest there, so that position's basically impervious now.
Oh, did you freeze?
I don't think so.
It says that my program's gonna crash.
Oh.
Have I dropped?
You have a bit of grace left.
I think I might. I think it crashed. This is awesome.
This is quality content. Fuck. What it should do is if someone gets disconnected, I feel in any RTS, the AI should just take over.
I think it does in this one. I don't know, but it might be it does, and then the AI just sits there. Is my AI just sitting there?
It says you still, it's trying to reconnect with you.
I mean, my system crashed and I just restarted it, or not my system, but like the game crashed.
Okay, I'm just gonna quit then because there's not really a point in.
Okay.
Do you want to?
Do you want to play the map that like they actually did the tank spam on?
Yes.
I mean, does Kanye have anything to like? I mean, does he have any reason to be?
Anti-Trump?
Yeah.
Like there's no reason. I think it was just an op. Like I think Kanye was just running a gay op, and the whole thing is to try to split black votes. He might have actually gotten a couple.
Well, no, he's on the ballot in some states.
Like, because some states are going to be so close, like Michigan or like Florida.
Minnesota.
Yeah, or Florida.
Minnesota almost flipped towards Trump last time.
Yeah, so even if he got like 10 or 20,000 black votes, that might make a big difference. Let me see what Wikipedia lists for the birthday party.
Is it called the birthday party?
Yes.
I just his campaign. Okay. He has ballot access in Utah, Colorado, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Vermont, I think. Or maybe it's New Hampshire. It's Vermont. So the only one that he can like help is in Colorado.
But Colorado's mostly Hispanic. It's really depressing, isn't it, that Colorado is a dark blue state now?
Yeah.
Because wasn't Colorado historically like a really conservative state? I mean, Arizona wasn't Nevada really red? I mean, I don't know if I'd call it conservative, but wasn't it pretty Republican? I think it used to be.
I mean, where he's going to help is like Georgia and like North Carolina and maybe Virginia. That's where he would help.
I also think the like the Great Lakes states, like Michigan.
He is He's been rejected in uh, New Jersey, Wisconsin, and Illinois, though.
Oh, well, Illinois is not going to go swing regardless, but Wisconsin would have been nice. It's too bad that the Democratic Socialists of America aren't running a third party candidate.
I think they will in the future, but
How lame was it when the Chaz endorsed Biden? They're like, Biden is going to be the change we've been waiting for.
wait, the Chaz did endorse Biden.
Yeah, they when they shut it down, they said our mission has come to an end. Vote for Biden in the fall, and that was like the final like statement they made was to endorse Biden, and I was just like, and this I haven't watched the Democratic committee, the convention, because it just sounds like cringe. But does Biden have a platform other than vote for me because I was the second in command to Obama?
I thought his platform is like restoration of Obama.
Right. So is he running as like a? So maybe he's just running as like a moderate Democrat or something,
Mm.
which is
He's
weird.
trying to run a broad, like what I think, like because it's so heavily Beltway and elitist. I think he legitimately thinks that he's going to like flip all these like never Trumpers into voting for him. When he's like Kasich is going to vote for him, and Kasich's like wife might, but she's thinking about it.
Hmm. Uh, I don't know. Honestly, running like as a moderate might be a better idea than pandering to the far to the left of the party. Because I
Well, I
think,
mean, it probably is a better idea,
yeah.
but it's just kind of like a meme.
Mm-hmm. I'm not really sure what to do here. It takes a long time in this to get machine gun teams. Uh, is the German basic infantry good at all?
I use them because they're cheap. But
Oh, okay. I wonder if there's a. I'll see at some point if I can capture that munitions point. Maybe I'll go grab it now, just because I'm pretty low on that. Zorro in the chat says, when I was a kid, Colorado was very Republican, then they legalized weed. That would be interesting to see, like, a study. Like, on, if, how, like, I'm sure it's correlated, but if it's, like, if it's, like, causal, like legalizing weed leads to a state flipping.
I don't know. Everybody says that Montana's going to legalize weed, and it probably will this time. So
Doesn't Montana have a pretty strong libertarian streak?
yes,
Like, I think you and I were talking, and you were saying, like, Montana's very Republican, but if you're talking, like, conservative, a place like Arizona is a lot more what you'd consider conservative.
socially conservative. Yeah,
Yeah.
Montana's very like anti-government, but I don't know if like socially conservative is the right. Like, it's not very religious.
Right. I mean,
There's no such like people don't talk about Montana's values as in religious values or something.
mhm. Well, I mean, but, like, that's always been, like, a wing of the... There's different wings of the Republican Party. I still think my favorite moment, I think, from the debates, other than when what's his name talked about Julian Castro talked about how we need to focus on reproductive rights of trans people. Um,
That was the moment.
was when your governor got kicked out.
Oh yes, because he said that like we need to focus on having
Healthcare for Americans,
healthcare, like healthcare for all Americans, as opposed to healthcare for all
for
that's in
only
America.
illegal immigrants.
No, because they were saying like illegal immigrants. He's like, well, we need to get them for like Americans first, and then they're like, what is wrong with this man?
Yeah, because I think he was like not even against it. He's just like the priority should be Americans first, and it's just like, and that made him unelectable. I mean, it's too bad. Do you think the Republicans would pick up a lot of votes if they just gave up on like their healthcare nonsense?
Probably they would pick up my mom on paper.
Because like I can understand if you're like a white person who's relatively based,
Well,
but
here, like most people, when they usually say they support the Democratic Party, unless they're like upper class or something, and they see that as like the prestigious thing, like working class people here that support the Democratic Party usually say, "I want health care."
well, I mean, if you're in the position where someone's sick and either like you're gonna basically be bankrupt for the rest of your life or you support the Democrats. I mean, it's asking a lot of people to be like vote for this party that's going to completely fuck up your like personal and family life because they're slightly less bad for the country as a whole. Now, I know we've talked about how shitty the Supreme Court justices are and how it doesn't matter who's in power. I still would rather Trump appoint them than Biden.
Hillary or Biden.
Yeah. And I
I
know
mean,
that's a very hard.
you get a black GF, or is that not true?
Sorry, what?
Never mind.
I don't get what was the point of that meme. I didn't really understand it, but maybe.
It was so. Remember when like he said, "You ain't black if you don't
Yeah.
vote for me." Whatever.
Hmm.
Like, um, I think it was like then it was like vote for Biden and get your black GF or something.
Hmm.
Or maybe like a bunch of like white guys with black girlfriends showed up to the his rally or something at one point. I don't know.
Hmm. I have a really bad feeling about this.
What do you mean? Because the AI isn't doing anything?
Yeah, because whenever they're not doing anything, generally speaking, what it means is they're building up like a massive strike force, and they're just going to like plow through like a sack of bricks and destroy everything in their path. One thing I kind of hate about machine guns, hate about Company of Heroes, is because of the way the terrain works. Oftentimes, pillboxes will get into a position where they just can't fire. Let's see, where's the calling a mortar to? I have artillery if you see like a giant cluster of stuff.
I think that part of the reason that we're beating them so hard is we figured out to just build a lot of like pillboxes.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're just trying to be more aggressive the last time we played this too.
Yeah, like I think the issue with this is there's not a lot in terms of anti-building that's not artillery, but artillery is like pretty expensive in this game. So, yeah. I kind of want to get a tank, though.
Should we just like set like a hard and normal just to see if we can get
Yeah.
the tanks out?
Hmm. To see if
How
we can
long
get
is-
them to do something.
It's sad. Do something. I'm watching like them trying to take that victory point with their engineers or whatever, and they're running against your machine guns and keep getting pinned down and dying.
Oh, they blew up. They blew up one of my pillboxes in the center.
Oh no.
I'm gonna have to move in and build another one. Oh, and you got kicked again.
Did I crash?
Yes.
Did I get?
Yes. Is there something wrong
Or
with
am I
your
getting?
computer, or?
It wasn't plugged in, and it said I forgot to plug it in because I have a laptop.
Oh,
I didn't get kicked.
okay.
I didn't understand what was going on. Now I've figured it out.
Oh, okay. Real boomer hours.
Real boomer hours.
Like, I built some artillery, and I want to, like, try using the artillery, but I'm not going to get a chance, because they just suck that hard.
Oh, they're going for the middle now.
Yeah. I think we're doomed.
I would think that they would attempt to rush for tanks.
I mean, if they would rush for tanks, they could, like, probably break through against us.
I don't think they would break through my victory point, or it would take a really long time.
No, it would take a while. Partially just because of how slow tanks are. But... yeah, I have,
I don't even have, like, infantry. I just, like, have defenses.
I have some, like, field guns. They're just not very... I just can't get them to fire, even on targets within their range. I don't get why the field gun has less range than the machine guns.
How many people still listen to TRS?
I don't know. Aren't they fucked because they only have cryptocurrency now?
I don't know. I don't know how much that matters. I think what ended up, I don't think that that's their main problem. I think that their main problem is that they went to a,
Paywall?
they walled themselves off. They created the paywall, and I think that's the main problem. Also, they don't have enough content to have 2 episodes a week. Okay, I'm just gonna play the same map and then like put one on hard.
Yeah, my biggest issue and why I stopped watching TRS is once they stopped doing episodes on specific topics, and it was just news.
Because it becomes news, then it became really boring. It's just kind of spam.
Well, it's news, but they didn't even cover the news. It was just them like shit posting and like abusing the soundboard, and like just doing like crappy memes. Like I wasn't expecting every episode to be like super in depth. But no, well, then again, I mean, if you're doing it for a job and you're like if that's your job, then yeah, you should do prep for your
Higher
shows.
quality.
Yeah. I mean, I expect prep. Like, I think it's okay to expect prep. I kind of have different standards based on whether or not like someone's doing it as their job. Like you or I just do this like for fun, and if we make a bit of money, that's awesome. But
Mm-hmm.
if they're charging like a paywall and they're expecting you to support their lifestyle, then they should like try to make something.
To be fair to Mike Enoch, I think he was forced into creating a paywall
Yeah,
because he got
because of the
blacklisted.
doxing. Yeah. Although from what people tell me, he I don't know, people have told me that he could do more contract, like he can still do contract work, he's just too lazy to. But
I would think he would be able to get work on like contract work online.
yeah, he's
But he
just
would be able to be like he could do freelance stuff, but
yeah, the people I know who watch like who are involved in TRS said he's just too lazy to do that. Um because that takes effort, whereas just shit posting. I think one of the things I really hated about TRS radio was every time they'd get into like an interesting topic, they'd start playing the Vivaldi music and calling each other autists.
Hmm.
And it was just like they would just start talking about something interesting, and then that would just be the. I do like. Was it you or our mutual friend who came up with Racist Friend Simulator?
I think that wasn't even our mutual friend. I think that was Cool when he left it, because
Right.
I've talked to Cool since he left TRS, and he's told me that he considered it when he left, he called it a racist friend simulator.
Mm-hmm.
But and I don't think Cool's a bad person or anything, and I appreciate him talking to me. Um, I think that he has overreacted and condemned them more than it's necessary.
Right.
It's just kind of like he has bad blood there.
Mm-hmm. Also, that just happens with a lot of converts,
Mm-hmm.
where they just kind of feel the need to signal really hard. But that's like one of my issues with like a lot of like the alt right was that it was either just not like it was not explicitly Christian, or it was like very tolerant of the anti-Christian elements. Um, and I kind of felt that like any kind of major political reform that didn't include a reintroduction of Christ as the center of society was kind of pointless. But because instead you just get like race fetishism. Well, you got that, and then you have stuff like the Ralph retort, which I guess is kind of like the last implicit stand of alt right identity.
What's the Ralph retort?
Ethan Ralph is this like white trash redneck who was married to a hideous Pakistani woman, and he runs a show called the Ralph Retort, and he just will allow like just about anybody to go on. It's like the last internet blood sports show. So he'll get like, and he gets pretty good guests. So he'll get like Michelle Malkin to come on, but he'll also get like far left people to come on and have debates and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And recently he posted a sex tape of him and his 18-year-old girlfriend as a way to own. Because I think somebody called him a loser. So he's like, "You think I'm a loser? Fuck you." And then he posted his sex tape to own.
I'm glad that I have a life now, so I don't have to know about these things.
No, well, I don't know about it. Like, it's just, it's to me, it's kind of a break, in between the job hunting
Mm-hmm.
and stuff
The
like
drama.
that. Yeah, I mean, I just kind of like e-drama. Um, like it's not like
It's it's okay if you do. I'm not like calling you like subhuman or something.
no, it's I'm just saying like I care about it in the sense that I just find it interesting, but it doesn't like actually upset me, if that makes like, cuz some people actually get really involved with it and like feel betrayed and stuff like that. Like I think a bunch of people actually felt betrayed when like iDubbbz became a cuck.
Oh,
Whereas I just thought it was like funny. Um,
I don't care. Like, I don't know. You know what we should talk about now that we're talking about the subject of e-drama?
what?
We should talk about that guy with the glasses.
So what's happened with it since like all the leaks
Uh,
came out?
all those leaks came out. What? I don't know. I just wanted to talk about Doug Walker as a person.
Yeah, what do you think of Doug Walker as a person?
I think Doug Walker is actually a very hard-working person, but like a very average intelligence kind of guy. If
Hmm.
that makes sense.
Well, I mean, you got to give him credit. He does put out a show every week. Like,
Um, Oh, I actually think that Doug Walker is like less intelligent than James Rolfe,
Uh huh.
and like Doug Walker is maybe like 100 to 110 IQ. I don't know. I feel like it's such a meme saying stuff like that, but I feel like he's like average intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
but he has a very strong work ethic. But I
Right.
feel like James Ralph is like much more competent than him,
Mm-hmm.
but has a much lesser work ethic.
Well, I don't know if it's fair to directly compare them because his stuff is a lot higher quality.
James Ralph.
Yeah.
Um, so like you know how the Nostalgia Critic made up all like how many movies has he made?
I'm not sure.
Interesting to be like the movies that he made are much more ambitious than than the movie that
I
James
will
Ralph.
say one thing. James Rolfe lost quite a bit of respect for me because of how shitty the AVGN movie was.
I think that that kind of hurt him, but I think the AVGN movie was actually worse than the Nostalgia Critic movie
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Well, those are like funny bad. Those are kind of like interesting bad. Whereas,
That when people were complaining about Doug Walker and they were like he's a bad person because of like the schedule on those movies, the people that were complaining about the leaks for that part, not like the one guy's like sexist or whatever, and he would like mistreat
the
I
female
don't know
employees.
female employees. Obscurus Lupa, I think, was the one
Mm-hmm.
that he really mistreated.
Yeah.
Um, I think that the a lot of the thing was like when we made those movies, we were put under extremely harsh um
Deadlines.
rules, deadlines, and it's like no, that's how a small budget movie's made. Read history, dumbass. That's like how Roger Corman makes movies. That's how Uwe Boll makes movies. That's how every single low budget filmmaker has made movies in the history of low budget filmmaking.
Mm-hmm.
And that's nothing. That's just how. That's the only
Yeah,
way it
but
can
that's
be.
like way better than like doing like Spoonie and not producing content at all. Or like,
Yeah, I mean, I think that Doug Walker is like a flawed character, or but I don't think he's a bad person, and I think that he should have respect for the work ethic that he has.
uh huh. Well, I think just the people who have talked about the drama say he's just kind of like a Mr. Well, I don't know if Mr. Magoo's the right term, but he's just kind of oblivious to a lot of it because he's just busy doing shit. And
Hmm.
if you can kind of accuse him of anything, it's kind of being too focused
Working.
on the work part of it and not really. And he left like the actual running of the site up to like really shitty like his brother or like the other like people who no one likes.
Hmm. I think another thing about that type of content of making those like comedic video reviews or whatever
Mm-hmm.
is that um it was a surrogate for watching the movies when you're in high school or in middle school or something.
Right.
And I think that they're never going to regain the popularity that they had, say, in like 2010 or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
is because streaming has made it people have a lot more access to movies, and the
Mm-hmm.
people that were initially um, following their reviews and things like that, they are older and they have access to buying those movies. Because I remember when I would watch That Guy with the Glasses, and I watched some Nostalgia Critic, but my favorites were Bayless because I like horror, so I like Bayless and the Cinema Snob.
Right.
But like, so if you're reviewing an 80 to 90 minute movie and your review is 20 to 30 minutes long,
Mm-hmm.
and the review is 90% clips, and that's a surrogate for watching the movie.
Right.
And I personally, it was a surrogate for watching the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Did you watch that much of that stuff?
I watched a lot of it. I used to watch pretty much everything Nostalgia Critic put up. Because I would actually prefer watching that to watching the movie, because I could put it on while I was doing something else, because they described everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to put that. I like to put that on when I'm like playing like a RTS or like a Paradox game or something, because
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't require my direct attention in the same way. Also, just a lot of the stuff, I don't know, I just find it sometimes more interesting to hear like an analysis of something than to actually watch it. But the other thing I think to keep in mind about Doug Walker and what happened, like if I think there's only so much you can criticize like the financial downfall of that guy with the glasses, because to be fair to Doug, like he's been fucked by so many different platforms over the years. Like he got kicked off of YouTube like a whole bunch of like multiple times. He's had like his various shit shut down. He's had people file DMCA's on him. Like it's pretty hard having to deal with that stuff. So I guess like because we've talked about this in the past, I think we determined like either they're people who have protection because they're associated with some like major studio,
Mm-hmm.
or they're or they had some sort of protection from beforehand, or I'm trying to think what was the other one. But basically, there's some like it's not available to normal people, because isn't that why like a lot of them have just started putting out like more live streams, or like just one-off videos where they're just like talking about stuff rather than edited content, because there's just so much of the
It's become more and more restrictive over time.
mhm.
I think that part of that is that YouTube wants to move to being not a creative platform, or being very partner run,
Mhm.
and that the partners are people like YouTube wants its content not to be uh it
User
doesn't
made,
want like yeah, it wants like professional content which is created by studios.
right?
And it wants most of its content to be like rehashes of news sites. Like it wants like the Trevor Noah show to be streamed live off YouTube, and then also to be like played on Comedy Central, and that to be a big thing. Or is it Stephen Colbert that does the late night show? It
Yeah,
wants like those shows to be big. Like it tries to push those extremely heavily. If you've noticed, like
mhm.
have you ever like signed into YouTube on a computer that's not your own,
Yeah,
and somebody watched videos on there, and you see what they want you to watch, and it's always like talk shows,
mhm.
and they want like I don't know, what do you call it? They really want not just talk shows, but like news shows and stuff. Like they want CNN or the CBC or BBC like news to be a major outlet on them, and they like try to astroturf as hard as they can, but nobody
Because
ever
no,
wants.
because people aren't really watching it as much, other than like Fox on old
And
media.
I think what they want is that the movie related content on their website is going to be like DVD, like X. Basically, they want the extra features on DVDs that were on DVDs. Now that DVDs and Blu-rays are becoming obsolete, they want those to be the movie-related content on their websites,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to being people that review movies. Because at the beginning of YouTube, there were a lot of people who would just like stand in front of a camera or something and then like review the videos, or just like talk about their DVDs. And most of those channels have been taken off as well.
Well, as I've said, the day I stopped, I decided to not use footage to do edited reviews, was the day I had a copyrights, like not just like a copyright match, but a copyright strike that blocked streaming and uploading for 3 months. Um,
Mm-hmm.
for using a still image of Dracula Untold. I think all the reviews they want are paid reviews, like that are just
Yes.
that are
And I think
done
all
by
the movie
studios.
related content is basically they want what were special features to be. Like I think they want produced content and they don't want people making their own content.
Hmm.
And certain things that they've discovered do work. Like they want streamers and they want kids to do toy reviews,
Right.
but they don't want people to talk about politics or they don't want people to talk about movies, even if it breaks no like imaginable copyright law. It's literally just me talking about
Even
a
even
movie.
if it's a positive review, they don't want that.
Even like they just want this very corporate kind of mindset.
Like they hate stuff like the Great War. Like they fucking hate that. They probably hate like alternative history hub or like history not visualized. Um, I think the thing they hate the most is professional content that's not made by a major studio.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of the people will make stuff that's as good or better than anything you'll see on like TV. And
Yeah.
I think they just really like. I don't know if it's like it scares them or
I mean, so is InfoWars, technically speaking, isn't it like the quality of it as a program is technically as good as the quality of CNN?
um, I'd say that at least. I think it probably is.
Okay, I'm getting a tank.
Okay. Gonna try to get one soon. I've just been focusing on building artillery.
Okay, if you want to show people the tank.
Yeah, I'm building one too. Well, I'll show them it once it reaches the front line. Okay, I have artillery if they're like actually breaking through.
I just wanted the retarded ass tank battles to be videotaped, but even the hard AI is not building those
Maybe
tanks.
because I saved that replay, so maybe I'll just upload that replay.
Just show the tank battles. I don't care about anything else.
Just oh yeah, I could just put up a clip of that.
I wish we recorded our voices during their replays. Though.
Yeah, it is what it is. I don't know, Menji. Should you like abandon the upper left hand, or we?
No, I've been winning there consistently the whole game.
No, but I mean like because the game's gonna end before the tanks actually get into position. Where is my tank?
I just don't why did they spam tanks so much before and now they haven't built a single tank?
They haven't done anything. All right. Okay. Well, we're gonna see a tank do something, at least.
I'm sending in my tank.
Okay. So there's the meme tank. The A7V Strum
The
Panzer.
most effective tank in the game because it has a gun in front of it. I sent in my flamethrower stormtroopers too.
Let's see here. I have a whole bunch of artillery, but I don't really want to use it.
female captured British tank too.
I don't really want to use my like good artillery because I kind of want to just see the tanks kill stuff.
There's like nothing they can really do against the tank.
They hit it with I think a mortar. Okay, I'll damn it, it's slightly. Can I use my big emplacement against that? Yes, I can. Okay. I'm dealing with their mortars.
Maybe we should have done Annihilation.
Yeah.
My female's coming slowly but steadily.
It's gonna be over. These guys are like fucking retarded.
The RDI isn't doing anything. I thought it would like cheat at least and like swarm us with stuff.
Like, why did the Germans think this was a good idea to build this thing? Like, look at it. Wow.
Didn't they only make 20 of them or something? And there's only like one that was able to work, and it fought like a tank for like 6 hours or something.
Mm-hmm.
Should we try again on Annihilation and fight like 2 hearts?
Yeah, we'll try that.
I don't know. Nobody's really like watching this for the game, are they? Aren't they just watching it first to talk?
Probably, but I don't know. It's killing two birds with one storm. It's building quality content.
Okay.
I mean, we were gonna do this anyways, so it's like, it's views. Views, views, views. I don't want to be Mr. Views. I'm happy because they're coming at some point today to fix the fucking holes in my ceiling. I've had 2 holes in my ceiling for like the last 6 months that they refused to fix because of COVID.
Should I do 2 hard ones, or medium and a hard one, or what?
I guess we'll try 2 hards.
On Annihilation?
Yeah.
If we get wrecked, I don't really care.
It'll be fun. I don't know. I think the medium tank is the cringiest. The Whippet, I think, is the cringiest of the tanks. I guess it has a turret, but and that's kind of cool, but I don't know. I think my favorite aspect of Tales of Valor was how it introduced the like reward stuff, and it was all shit.
I don't know what Tales of Valor is.
Oh, that was the last expansion. That was the one. I mean, like
Company Heroes 1.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know I thought you were talking about it. Like there was a game called Tales of Valor.
No, like when they introduced the shit with like the like, oh, you can swap out the motorcycle for this shitty car, or you could
like every other vehicle is worse than the.
They were all way worse.
Is worse.
This map has like no has like no cap points.
I turned victory points off because
no. I mean like just cap points. It doesn't seem like it has very many.
Map.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, we'll see, I guess. Jawohl, my dear. Can we do Hearts of Iron 4? I don't know. Do you know how to play Hearts of Iron 4?
I don't know. I could play as Italy and lose on purpose.
Mm-hmm. Well, they probably want us to do Kaiserreich or something. And like,
I could play. Do you know how to play Darkest Hour? Or not
it doesn't work on.
You can't get it to work. Have you looked it up?
It's mostly well, by work I mean the font is just so bad on it. Like, I can't play it because it doesn't like function on my monitor. I can't read any of it.
Do you have a laptop?
I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I could play Kaiserreich on Darkest Hour.
Yeah. I might build a couple pillboxes. I know we're not doing
No, I'm gonna build pillboxes just to defend myself.
yeah.
I don't think we're gonna win. I don't think you can win an annihilation as Germany unless you like overwhelm the map at the beginning.
Um I get artillery though. I'm going down
Oh,
material warfare and I get a lot of artillery. So I don't know.
I
Do,
don't
do
know.
we
We
have
might
any
already
like
be losing.
good
I'm getting
early?
swarmed.
I don't know. I feel like the early game British units are just better.
I think the German infantry is just better though.
Like their base infantry.
Yeah. No, I mean like the like stormtroopers are just like god tier compared to the
Mm-hmm.
base British infantry.
Right. Yeah, I think we're gonna get our asses kicked.
Why is there such like this huge divergence between normal and hard? It's like Dawn of War.
Where easy does nothing, and
Mm-hmm.
normal just curb stomps you.
Constantly rushes you no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we're just supposed to spam infantry early game. Oh, okay. They have a pretty strong defensive system set up already. So we're gonna have to try to, I guess, get around it. Okay, we have a decent number of points capped. I'm just trying to think what would be a good breakthrough. I think we need mortars.
I just want to see this dopey ass tanks.
Okay, let's see here. Company depot. Yeah, because this is World War One, I think I might actually build a line of pillboxes
That's what I'm trying to do, but like
just to
as soon
get.
as I build them, the AI is just maneuvering around them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, that part's actually already locked down.
You want to restart
Uh,
and play Annihilation against two normals?
sure. On this map, or
Yeah.
okay, sure. We could just try being Britain.
Yeah, but then we won't see the AI build tanks.
Okay, that's true.
Because the German AI won't build any tanks. Because I want to show them a tank battle.
Right. Okay.
Sorry if that sounds like.
No, just I mean, but we could spam tank. We could do the tank spamming as Britain.
Do you want to fight each other and do tank battles?
Okay, I guess we could try.
Just to show off the.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I invited you.
Okay. I'll be Britain if that's okay.
That's fine. Are we just gonna? Are we gonna fight for real or?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. So I'm gonna assume that means yes.
We'll fight for real, but with a focus on getting tanks.
Okay.
You're probably going to destroy me.
No, I think that you've improved quite a bit in this game. In the base game, at least. I don't know. I don't know if you can improve in the World War One version of it, though.
Well, it's just memes. Tank core. Argent versus Serp, Dawn of Justice. Yes.
If we do this, we should show us playing like.
Oh, we did victory points.
Does it matter?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're probably gonna try to do Annihilation anyways. I mean, the goal here is just to get fucking tanks and turn this into a meme. I gotta thank you for showing me the death of Superman and the Dark Knight Returns.
Oh, the actual good like DC
Yeah,
movie?
because no, well, just because like it explained why I kind of like Batman versus Superman because they just stole like all the good parts from better movies, from better storylines.
Yeah, they're actually just like the real comic adaptation of it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Train doxed. Was that one of us? Was that you or was that in game? I don't know.
What?
There was like a train sound and someone saying train
That's
doxed.
my where I live.
Oh, okay.
I live close to like 2 blocks away from the train.
Well, I think that's a pretty big dox, TBH.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh, right, I actually need to take the capture points. Okay, let's see here. Almost have enough to start deploying tanks. Let's see here. One thing you can't say about Company of Heroes, regardless of the version, is that it's not intense. Or that it's not intense, I guess. All right, let the tanks start rolling in. Okay, first tank is incoming. Okay, you're starting to scare me.
Me?
Yeah.
I hope so. I gotta do something.
Just I haven't seen anything for a while. That always makes me nervous. Let's see, where's the first whippet? When a problem comes along, you can whip it. Let's see here. Okay, whippet tank number 1 is moving up.
Oh god, oh fuck. I think this is the end of the game. There's nothing I can really do.
I'm not gonna, like, try to kill you right away. I wish there was a way to just run people down with tanks. I don't think you can, though. Let's see here. Tank panic. Can I build tank command yet? Sorry. So now it's just gonna be base camping for like the rest of the game. I'll move out in a minute. Okay. I'll move out. So you have a chance to get a tank. Because as is, I can basically just camp your
You kill my infantry.
yeah, as they come out, and basically it's a version of stun lock. So I'm just gonna withdraw, so we can get some tank on tank action. Would you rather watch girl on girl or tank on tank? Or which do you think is sexier? Someone says I'm just letting footage play while I'm napping and still getting views. Well, that's one way of that's not a bad idea.
Did you walk away?
Yeah, I'm leaving your base alone, so you can build tanks. Do you have enough resources to build tanks, or should I withdraw from some of the other positions? Okay, tank V5. Male and female. Let's see here. We acknowledge, though, that I could have, like, killed you there, right?
It would have taken a. It would have been just very.
No, I would have
boring.
stun locked you, though. Like, there wasn't anything you could do if I hadn't have withdrawn.
Not really, because I was gonna try and walk my infantry around in a circle,
Mm-hmm.
so try and get them to have anti-tank guns.
Yeah, but I'm just pulling back so you can develop a tank. Fuck, manpower's so slow in this game. Well, I guess when you're building meme units, it's slow. Let's see here. Right. I wonder if I should bother calling in the improved tanks or just the like base tanks. I guess I'll try calling in the improved ones. Okay. I like how it says the Mark V is faster than the base model. Should I destroy my machine gun post next to that fuel? Like, do you have too little to be able to build a tank?
We'll see.
Big brained and based playing pre-recorded footage.
There's literally like nothing I can do right now.
Okay, I'm gonna call in a female tank, I think. You know, that was hate.
What?
Having male and female tanks.
Oh, it was hate, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. The border's doing nothing. Oh. Okay, here we go. This is some meme tier gameplay. Literally just nothing you can do. You're just completely like... Okay, let's see here. I have many tanks.
Keep in mind, I have like hundreds of hours of company. I have like 200. Like on here, it's like 170, but I had the disc before I got the Steam version, so it's like well over 200 hours.
I think I did pretty good this time.
I have 2 anti-tank squads, which are basically like absolutely ineffective at killing the tank.
Out of control, yes! Out of control.
Wait, did they blow up my squad?
I think so.
What? No!
It's still going.
No, it like ran over my squad that killed it, and now I'm like completely defenseless.
Wait, man. Okay, I'll withdraw and let you build a tank. Okay, I'll
The
stop.
whippet's more like dangerous than the than the like.
Well, the male
There's
tank
nothing
sucks because the
stop.
male tank doesn't even really have machine guns on it.
I just like how it's dead in front of my face.
Just sitting there. You might be able to repair it. I'm not really sure how it works.
I don't know. I don't know if the anti-tank guns killed it or the mortar killed it though, because the mortar killed some of my own guys.
Maybe I'll call in like another meme. You know? I'll call in the shitty armored car.
I was gonna get one of those.
Isn't the German one even worse? Oh no, you killed my whippet tank!
I did? Oh, amen. Amen. No! There's another one.
That's a female too. I have many tanks! Very honorable. Very honorable. How close are you to building your tank?
I'm closer to like getting a special unit, the stolen tanks, than getting like it's almost impossible for the German player to get tanks.
Yeah. Oh no, I have to resist my urge to try to win. Okay, I'll withdraw and you can capture that point. It's hard. It's hard to like actively not.
Because you could just there's nothing I can really do to stop
No,
you.
I could have won like a while back.
I think you could have won as soon as you got the whippet. Because once you
Yeah.
got the whippet, there was nothing. Because I just had the mortar team, and you killed the mortar team with the whippet.
Hmm. Okay.
This
Uh,
game is unbalanced.
what? This game is unbalanced.
Yeah, this game is unbalanced. Like the German team is worthless.
um.
I like in order to like have fun, we also have played as Germany.
Mhm.
They were supposed to add France into the game, but I don't think they ever completed it that far.
France would be like OP, I think, because didn't France have like light medium tanks that had like turreted guns?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, I just. Oh come on! Stop shooting at me. I'm being really nice. I've withdrawn. Yes, the armored car.
Oh no.
It's so lame.
I think my flamethrower got to kill it here.
No, flamethrowers don't do don't do normal damage against it, for some reason. I would think like a flamethrower would be like good against an armored car. Wouldn't it just light it on fire and like make the gas go off?
This is so fucking like stupid.
Okay, okay, I'll stop. I just wanted to see what that was like.
Because it's like there's no way I could beat you like conventionally. Like I used every single possible unit I could have.
I,
To,
I
like,
I think I did pretty good, like even without tanks, to be fair.
well, no, I'm just saying like
Yeah.
there's nothing I can really do to like stop you though.
Nothing. It is what it is. Nothing I can do, but I digress. Do you need fuel? Because I'll just demolish my machine gun nest over there.
Let me blow it up with the artillery.
Oh, I blew it. I demolished it, so you can take that fuel point.
Okay.
You can also take that munition point.
I'm trying to blow up your thing there. I don't know if the mortar killed it, that whippet, or was it the female tank, or was it a male tank that you sent against me?
You killed a whippet.
No, I think a whippet, because I don't think I can defeat a whippet with infantry.
No, you hit it with No, you killed a male tank with infantry slash mortar, and you killed a.
Notice how it took 2 infantry squads and a mortar.
No, it took way more than that because I killed a whole bunch.
No, but they were armed with an anti-tank rifle.
Right.
Like, there were 2 infantry squads armed with an anti-tank rifle and a mortar fighting it simultaneously.
Are you close at all to getting a German tank?
I need more oil.
Okay, I'll just demolish my other. There we go. I demolished my other machine gun nest. There's going to be some mad memes like once.
Well, I think you would have won even if we used infantry because my defensive line is like shit.
I took most of the map pretty quick.
Well, I tried to take the half of the map I was taking because that's where all the points are.
I locked down pretty quick.
Well, no, what you did is you put those bunkers next to my base, so then it like basically ruined like my chances of winning.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have pop cap. I can't build anymore. That's
Just destroy your units.
I don't think you can.
Okay, send them out so I can blow up like infantry with artillery.
I'll just suicide.
Is there like run up infantry against a machine gun so you can get more tanks?
Uh-huh. No, like my strategy was just to take more points than you and then just fortify them and then just win through resources.
Attrition.
Yeah.
I almost can get tanks. Oh, I can. Okay, let's. I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay, should I? I'm gonna send out a mail tank.
Okay. Right, it's almost time for the charge of the lame brigade.
It's begun. Oh, I can get a German tank now too.
Okay, yeah.
It's you get 500 manpower.
This is the way Verdun should have gone.
The charge of the lame brigade.
Oh man, this is gonna be epic.
I'm sending it down the middle.
You don't know like how many I have. No, send it to the west.
What's the west to the victory point?
I can't signal you, can I?
Side?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh no, right.
turning
You're the opposite direction. The area where I had machine guns up against your base.
That's where I'm sending it.
Okay. Just because there's gonna be like some fucking epic shit going down. Okay.
Okay, I'm building a German tank too.
Okay, just wait and then just wait to send it, and then you can send both of them at once. Because it's gonna be like, it's gonna be a thing of beauty watching these bad boys. I'm like changing the camera and everything, so you can watch them lumber forth. I'd play Ride of the Valkyries, but that'd get my channel struck, so.
There isn't like a Ride of the Valkyries recording from like the 20s or something that's public domain.
Probably not. Oh, so apparently they just released Battletoads on Steam.
Maybe I'll get that later.
I'm just seeing if it's
The
the old
original
one.
game, like the NES game, or is it remastered?
I'm not sure if it's a remastered or it's new graphics. So I'm not sure if it's a remaster or if it's like
A new game with
Battletoads
title.
game. Yeah. Is the German tank ready yet?
It's been sitting. Oh, the German tank. It
Yeah.
takes 1,000,000 years to be built. It's like 90% built. I think the German tank is faster too, isn't it?
Yeah. Rain is staring at me like I'm retarded. She's probably right.
Okay, the German tank is coming in. I'm gonna move it next to my tank, or to the captured tank.
All right. Begin lumbering forth across the field. It is time for us to get revenge on the Kraut, who has slaughtered so many.
Oh God! The armored car. Oh, oh no, my tank is gonna get tracked.
Out of control.
There's like nothing I can do. Like I can't fight it.
I think because I got the ability point that gives you like extra strong tanks.
There's like no way to get like anti-tank guns either. Like there's no anti-tank guns in the game.
No! No, it got blown up. Oh, no, there's another one coming in.
Come on, come on. Did I kill any of your tanks, or are they just
No,
overwhelmed?
you didn't destroy any of them. Oh, one's almost
I
dead.
blew my own base.
What?
Oh no, my mortar team died too. I'm so fucked.
Oh, there comes another one. You know, I think this mod might have some balance issues.
Like, I just feel like the German team is just, like, screwed or something.
I think material might be better for this because they get more artillery, but
You just, like, I love how you're just, like, sitting them there, too.
no, there's an ability that there's an ability called Stop the Tank and prevent them from moving because otherwise they can't shoot really that well. Oh, okay. One of my tanks died. That means I can call another one in. Oh, you're gonna kill the armored car.
No, I didn't.
Oh no, you didn't, and it died. All right. And the damage output is so low. Like versus this is quality gameplay. Can you call in another tank or
I'm getting another tank in time.
like are you building a German
All
one?
I can say is, like, yes, I'm getting a tank, but it's not here yet. This is quality content.
Let me see how many kills. My female tank got 21 infantry kills.
Oh, there's still more coming.
I might as well send these against your like garrison infantry. Look at how little damage they've done to your HQ.
It's coming. The battle of the century begins.
The battle for the past, the battle for the future begins in the past.
I think that the German tank has less armor too.
It has the advantage, I guess, of having a gun on the front of the tank. I mean, I guess that's pretty good. Why did they think putting guns on the side was a good idea?
I can't kill your armored car no matter what I do, basically.
Charge of the Lame Brigade.
I thought if I positioned the German tank, like if I positioned it straight on, I could like destroy the armored car, but it like turned to fight it, and I don't understand why. This is the greatest battle in the history of the human race.
Mm-hmm. The battle for the future begins in the past. Oh no, you destroyed the main gun of... No, you destroyed the main gun of one of my tanks. I love the machine guns that are just doing nothing. Okay, I moved up my female tank. Okay, I think I need more, so I'm going to call in a Whippet too. So I think a Whippet's going to be very effective in this situation. I have a plan so clever you could pin a tail on it and call it a fox. I'm flanking your tank. Mark 5, best outflanking tank. You have to like tilt it.
I did it.
You have to tilt it in like a really specific way to get it to fire. And even then it's like really hard. Because it just doesn't really like work very well. This is like the greatest content that's ever been put on YouTube. This is master level strategy. Oh, you asshole, you're using engineers to repair your tank? Well, I have a counter. I have a hard counter for that. That shenanigans.
Are you sending in the female tank over there?
I'm sending in a Whippet.
Oh, fuck.
Your engineers are literally sitting next to my tank, but like it's so clumsy it can't shoot them properly.
Why can't I, like, you would think that I would be able to, like, put...
Oh, I fucked up my Whippet. I didn't research additional machine guns on it, so it only has one. Oh, did you call in a mortar team?
No, I threw a,
Satchel charge or something?
Yeah. This is the most intense battle of my life.
Someone says this is in the top 3 Argent videos. It is.
You should cut out the tank battle independently of the stream.
If Kojima made a tank battle, this would be it.
Come on! No! Fuck!
Haha!
No!
Yes! Mein Kaiser, I failed you!
My lord. I did it.
Look at the carnage. Look at all just the fucking, like...
To be fair, my tanks have killed more tanks.
Yeah.
Like, I was gonna say, like, German tanks may suck and this game might be horribly imbalanced towards the British, but my tanks have lived longer.
I'm kind of, like, throwing it a bit. Let's see here. Are you calling in another German tank?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I can't call off map artillery onto my base.
That was my plan this whole time. This is literally what happened in World War One. The British just stormed the German like headquarters and they just sat there firing low velocity shells, low caliber shells for hours at a time. Butte Panzer.
Wait, oh no, that tank died. I thought it was still alive.
Nope. The score for this one is going to be amazing. The most memey tank of World War One though was the Russian tank.
Was that even built?
No,
I thought it was
I think there is like it had like these massive wheels. It looked really retarded. Retreat, men. I don't think we can fight the Germans anymore. There's too many of them. Let's see here. I think the German tank, I'm trying to remember how many guns it had. No, how many people? I think it had like 12 or 18 people in the German World War One tank. It had like some absurdly large crew. Oh no! Fuck. Down to 2.
It's like a ankle biter or a nail biter.
Yep. Oh, that's cool.
Why is it so worthless?
The tanks can just go right through walls.
What?
Like the tanks can just roll through through brick walls.
Based. Well, I just lost the game, I think.
Why? Because of your headquarters getting destroyed, or because I'm flanking you somehow?
No, because my... Oh, did my headquarters get destroyed? No, because my stormtrooper flamethrowers were destroyed, and that was like the only way I thought I could win. Or I could prevent losing. Apparently, I'm not allowed to use my off-map artillery. It's just not allowed to, evidently.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck. Stormtroopers. No, they're all gone except for the Whippet. When a problem comes along, you can whip it. Do, 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 do. I think the German tank is better. Maybe. It's very hard to tell.
What does better mean, though?
I don't know, really. It's a good question.
Like, what is that in effect? What does being better mean?
I don't know. I think it has... I'm not sure if it has more health, or...
Well, the Whippet still killed the stormtroopers.
I think the issue with the tanks is the pathfinding's designed based around the idea that the tank's supposed to point towards things,
Mm-hmm.
but the tanks are obviously designed to not point towards things. Oh, the guns are on the sides, so I think it just doesn't know what to do. All right, I'm doing some British blitzkrieg here, attacking
Do you
from...
have like 1,000 tanks? And
No, I actually don't have that many because I let you retake like half the map, so I lost a lot of my manpower. Um, where did you send yours? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna outflank you. Take out that gun emplacement. Would you say you're still intimidated by Biden?
yes, definitely.
Although, I guess... I don't know. So you think they should have picked Pete over Kamala?
Yeah, or just not Kamala.
So do you think they'll be able to use the whole Kamala put a bunch of black people away to any effect, or
No.
they just don't care? Okay, Kanye may be the most awesomely lame op in history. His entire, like, fake presidential campaign. I don't know, I think this one's pretty close. Ugh. Wow. Well, at least we gave the people what we said we were going to give them.
The tank battles?
Yeah, we were going to give them like a memey lame tank battle, and we did. Look at how little damage it does.
Rip.
Okay, let's look at the... Okay. Infantry kills... 204?
It
What?
says 211 for me.
Uh,
I got more vehicle points though, apparently.
I lost.
They fired like you friendly fired 8 infantry apparently.
I friendly fired a tag. Uh, that was something. Someone's
Should we
asked.
do versus Argent for real though?
No, I need to go do some other stuff. I think that's a good place to stop. That was a lot of fun, though.
GG.
GG. Thanks for coming on, man. That was hilarious.
You should just cut the tank battle out.
I will. I'll cut
But
that and
try
re-upload
to
that.
freeze over it.
Okay. I'll talk to you later. Okay, everybody. So I hope you enjoyed that shenanigans. I'll cut and re-upload the tank battle, maybe. I hope you enjoyed that. If you want Serp and I to do more of these RTS streams, just post in the comments section.